At Mom's birthday dinner, she smiled and said, "Your sister and I used your savings to clear the family credit card, and you're so generous." My sister laughed. "He didn't even argue." Everyone joined in. I lifted my glass and said, "Don't worry, the bank will." The next morning, every account tied to me was frozen. Mom's birthday dinner wasn't supposed to feel like a funeral. Candles flickered, glasses clinked, and everyone pretended to love each other. Then, right between her second glass of wine and my sister's fake laughter, Mom smiled at me and said, "Your sister and I used your savings to clear the family credit card, and you're so generous." Everyone laughed like it was the funniest thing ever. Leah leaned back in her chair, her diamond earrings catching the light. "He didn't even argue," Dad chuckled, tapping the table. "That's my boy, the responsible one, always helping family." I didn't say a word. The candlelight danced across their faces, the same faces that once told me, "You're lucky we raised you." The same faces that took and called it love. I lifted my glass, eyes steady. "Don't worry," I said softly. "The bank will." The laughter stopped. Forks froze midair. Leah frowned, confused. "What does that mean?" I smiled just once. "You'll see." By morning, every account tied to my name was frozen, and for the first time in years, I slept peacefully. My name's John Mercer, 27, born quiet and stayed that way. I've always been the one who keeps things running, the silent mechanic behind a broken family machine. When bills piled up, I paid. When Leah wrecked her car, I signed the insurance papers. When Dad forgot the mortgage, I covered it. Mom called me the stable one. I think she meant the useful one. I don't yell. I don't throw things. I've learned that in my house, anger gets you labeled ungrateful. So I stopped fighting. I learned to swallow my words until they turned into silence, but silence isn't empty. It's full of everything no one wants to hear, and mine had been collecting for years, like a storm waiting for lightning. That night, I didn't lose control. I just finally stopped pretending I had any. The family picture that lied, Mom, Linda Mercer, the woman who can guilt you with a smile. Her favorite line, "Everything I do is for this family." Even when everything meant spending money that wasn't hers. Dad, Frank Mercer, he talks like he built everything, but really he just signs where others tell him to. He once said, "A man's worth is what he gives to his family." I wonder if that means I was the only man in that house. Leah, my older sister, 2 years older, a lifetime meaner. She's got charm when she needs something, and venom when she doesn't. Growing up, she called me the backup plan. Turns out that's exactly what I became. At that dinner, I watched them, laughing, eating, talking about Leah's new car like it was some grand success. They didn't see me, not really. Just a walking wallet, an easy yes, a person who never fought back. But something inside me shifted that night. It wasn't anger. It was understanding. They'd never seen me as family, only as funding. "John, don't make this dramatic," Mom said when I didn't laugh. She reached for the bread like nothing had happened. I stared at her. "Did you even ask before using my account?" Dad sighed, already annoyed. "We're family. We don't need permission." Leah smirked. "Oh my God, you're acting like a stranger." I leaned back, the chair creaking. Maybe I should have been one. The words hung heavy in the air. Mom's smile faltered. For the first time in years, I saw a flicker of discomfort. They were used to my silence, not my honesty. And I realized something. They didn't respect peace. They mistook it for weakness. I looked around that table, at the people I'd once thought I'd do anything for, and I thought, I already have. And it cost me everything. "You think you're the only one who sacrifices?" Leah snapped, her voice sharp. She always loved to play the victim when caught. Mom chimed in, "You've always been so cold, John, keeping money from us, acting superior." I almost laughed. "Cold? Mom, I've been paying the mortgage for 2 years. Silence fell like a drop of blood in water. Dad's fork hit his plate. "That's not your business to bring up." I turned to him. "It became my business when the bills came in my name." Leah's face drained of color. "Wait. What?" I met her eyes. "Yeah, while you were taking vacations, I was paying for the house you bragged about on Instagram." No one spoke. The air felt thick, like the house itself was holding its breath. And in that silence, I felt something I hadn't in years. Control. When I was 19, Leah crashed my car after a party. Dad blamed me. "You shouldn't have lent it to her," he said. Mom cried, "She's just a kid, John. Be the bigger person." So, I paid. Insurance, repairs, everything. When Mom got sick, I paid her hospital bill. She told everyone Leah did, said it was her way of giving back. I stood in the corner of that hospital room, invisible, while they praised her for my effort. When Dad's job cut hours, I covered utilities for 6 months. He told the neighbors, "We're fine. Leah helped us." Year after year, I kept giving, not because they deserved it, but because I thought love meant sacrifice. Turns out, in that house, it meant servitude. After the dinner, I checked my bank app. Dozens of withdrawals, small amounts, spread out like breadcrumbs, not just one, hundreds, all marked shared family expenses. But one line froze me. Leah's credit card, paid in full. I checked the date. The same week she posted about her new start. I called Mom. "Did you use my savings for Leah's card?" I asked. She sighed, tired. "It was all for the house, John. We're a family." I swallowed hard. "So the house needs her card too?" Silence. Then a click. She hung up. That night, I didn't shout. Didn't send a long message. Just opened my laptop, called the bank, and froze every account tied to my name. Then, I sent one text. "From now on, pay your own bills." For the first time, the group chat went completely quiet. Morning came with chaos. 20 missed calls. 4 voicemails. Mom's voice trembling. "John, what have you done? We can't pay the bills." Dad shouting in the background. Leah screaming something about her car being repossessed. I sipped my coffee. Calm. "You're punishing your own family," Dad yelled when I finally picked up. "No," I said. "I'm teaching them accountability." Mom tried crying. "We did everything for you." I smiled, voice steady. "No, Mom, you did everything with me, using what was mine." The silence that followed was the truest sound I'd ever heard in that house. For once, I wasn't the child being blamed. I was the man walking away. A week later, I packed my things. No fights, no explanations, just peace. My old room looked smaller, like it had been shrinking with every apology I never got. I rented a small apartment downtown. Cracked walls, quiet street, my name on the lease. No shared anything. No second-hand guilt. Just mine. Leah came by once, standing in my doorway with crossed arms. "You really think you're better than us now?" I shook my head. "No. I just finally think I'm enough." She didn't answer. She just looked at me. Maybe realizing for the first time that I wasn't coming back, I closed the door gently, and with that, the noise of my old life ended. Months passed. Mom still texts sometimes. "Hope you're eating okay." Dad sends links to insurance plans like we're business partners. Leah? She doesn't speak to me. But I heard she started paying her own bills. Small miracles. I still visit the old neighborhood sometimes. I drive by the house and remember the kid who thought love meant losing yourself to please others. Now I know love means boundaries, even with blood. When I check my bank app now, I smile. Every dollar is mine. Every decision is mine. And for the first time, I don't feel guilty for keeping it that way. Sometimes peace doesn't come from forgiveness. It comes from saying enough and meaning it. If you were in my place, would you forgive them or walk away forever? Tell me in the comments below, because sometimes family isn't who shares your name. It's who respects your limits. Your voice matters here. Like if you've ever been the quiet one who finally spoke up. Subscribe for more stories about strength, silence, and the moment we finally choose ourselves.